I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I call to order the Wickliffe City Council meeting December 11th, 2024. Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballot.
Here.
Gerhardtman.
Here.
Jaworski.
Here.
Kowski. Here. Levon.
Here.
Saloto.
Excused.
Thielman.
Here.
Approval of council minutes. Councilman Gerhardtstein.
I make a motion, we approve the council minutes from November 27th, 2023.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardtstein, seconded by Councilwoman Kowski, that the council meeting minutes of November 27th, 2023 be approved as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballot.
Yes.
Gerhardtman.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Thielman.
Yes.
Reports and communications from the Mayor, Safety Director.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, everyone. So the Warden Road Bridge is open. There may still be some construction here and there, and there will be flaggers occasionally, but it's now permanently open to two-way traffic. Tomorrow, we will welcome Big B Coffee as they celebrate their grand opening. Stop by there soon to support Wickliffe's newest business. Council at the organizational meeting, that's where they will appoint their two commissions, the citizens to commissions and boards that support our city in many ways. There are two openings, one in Keep Wickliffe Beautiful and one on the tax incentive review. If you or someone you know may be interested, please contact us here at City Hall or me, myself. Our finance director has been working with the Lake County Department of Utilities as there were revision requires to our summer sprinkler program. New legislation is required and is on the agenda tonight. Also, our previous finance director implemented a rebate program for credit card purchases made by the city. I wanted to offer a special shout out to Doris in finance and the service department for their work to make this program such a success. And then finally, I will be out of town and will not be able to attend the December 18th council meeting. I just want to thank all the employees and council for a great job, and I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. That's all I have.
Any questions or comments for the Mayor, Safety Director? Thank you, Joe. Reports and communications from the Director of Law.
Just one thing I wanted to mention, I do have a draft started on the nuisance abatement cleanup legislation, so that's ready to go into a committee and get that started if you're ready to go. Other than that, nothing else to report.
Any questions or comments for the Law Director? Thank you, Jeremy. Communications from Council President. I have none. Amendments or additions to the agenda? Seeing none, move on to administrators. Police Chief Bush.
Thank you, Council President Levon. I have nothing further other than the report that was submitted earlier.
Any questions or comments for the Police Chief? Thank you, Chief. Fire Chief Grossman.
Thank you, Council President. I have nothing to add to my notes that I submitted.
Any questions or comments for the Fire Chief? Thank you, Chief. Finance Director Hunter.
Thank you, Council President. As the Mayor mentioned, our One Card program is going well. We reached our $1 million spend goal, and we will receive a 1% rebate, so that would be about $10K. Again, thank you to Doris and to the Service Department for helping make that program a success, as well as everyone else. I will be coming to Council with some changes, some proposed changes to our policy sometime next year. Our general fund carryover balance is about $7.6 million. Our sewer fund balance is about $270K. That was for November. Currently, we're at about $64K. The county actually shows us as negative because we did two advances from the general fund to the sewer fund. One was in 2019 and one was in 2020. So there will be legislation at the next meeting to correct that and change it to a transfer so we're no longer showing a negative balance. I will also recommend another transfer because we do not have enough to pay our next sewer bill.
Any questions or comments for the Finance Director? Councilman Jaworski.
And just to confirm, the sewer rate will be going up, is it in January or December?
They haven't had the meeting yet, they're still supposed to schedule it, but I was told it was gonna be sometime shortly after the election, it is still planned on being 14% last I heard.
Any further questions or comments for the finance director? Thank you, Ms. Hunter. Engineer from Inca.
Thank you, Council President. One thing to amend my written report. Green Ridge Golf Course dredging is currently out to bid, and I have a bid date of December 22nd on my report. We actually changed it to December 29th, as City Hall will not be open on the 22nd. So a lot of interest is being shown on the project, which is great.
And just a reminder, what were the engineer's estimates on that project?
The base bid engineer's estimate is for $150,000 to do the dredging.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments for the city engineer? Councilman Ballot.
Does that dredging include, hopefully the new green on it?
It does not. That's why I said it's a base bid, and I knew you were going to ask that question. We put into the contract an alternate bid to install a new green at number 2, sort of just left of the number 3 tee, kind of in front of the pond. We're going to get some quotes to excavate, grade, and put in a new green there. Probably take a year to establish, but this way it will have golfers aiming left towards the pond instead of towards the edge of the fence line, and that could save us from having to put in new fence along number 2, and then I'll also switch number 3 green on number 3 tee to where number 2 green is to the right, so that they're hitting away from the fence as well on number 3, so that could solve some problems with our balls going into residences' yards. So we have an alternate bid for that. Thank you.
Any further questions or comments for the city engineer? Councilman Jaworski.
Pete, when do you expect to have the pavement evaluation ready for council to review?
First week of January.
Okay.
The numbers are all crunched, I just need to pull the report together, so, yeah.
It's not a problem, and we'll plan on meeting likely very early in January.
Great.
Any further questions or comments for the city engineer? Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
Service Director Strouser.
Thank you, Council President. I have nothing to add to my written report.
Any questions or comments for this Service Director? Councilman Gerhardstein.
So Ron, just so everybody's aware of our conversation this week, we've had a complaint from a resident up by Rockefeller's Bridge about the crossing where the school's at. That is the mornings where it was raining hard and was a little harder to see. They're having a hard time seeing the kids. So over the week, you've contacted Wendy Zealy, I've contacted, the city's going to change all the lights from Ridge Road to Nels Park to LED lights, so we can better enhance the lighting, so nobody God forbid somebody hits a child up there crossing the street. So just so everybody's aware, if anybody gets complaints, Ron's already working on that with the Wendy Zealy and CI to get them changed.
Right, as you and I went over, there's currently about 10 lights between Ridge Road and Nels Park that haven't been upgraded yet, so we're going to look into that. It's about a cost of, I think, around $280 per light head to change out. So for looking at a cost of about $2,800 that we spoke about. It's up to you guys if you want to take it out. We can take it out of the street lighting fund, or we can use the NOPEC grant to apply for those funds, or whatever you guys prefer. And it probably won't happen until after the first of the year, the actual cost. So just wanted to let you know. But it's all in the works.
Is there any concern about those accounts? Because I think $2,800 for safety of kids or any resident is valuable. So I'm not sure if there's any worries about balance of the accounts. Then
no, I know the street lighting funds is well funded. I know that Sean likes to keep it where it's at, but yeah, I don't think the money's going to be an issue there, and for the account and the amount. It's just a matter of getting the ball rolling and see. Yeah, I mean, we've been having a few issues with some lights out right at the corner of Lake on the Ward, and I believe there's 6 or 7 lights out right in that area, and they've been on their list to fix now for weeks. I mean, weeks, and I've talked to her on a couple of occasions. They're just behind and they haven't gotten to it, or I actually believe that one is actually a feed issue, because there was a truck there one day, so I believe it's something to do with the power feed for that area, but that whole intersection is dark and it needs to be lit up.
Mayor?
Kind of to go off of that, I talked with Councilman Hartstein, and also maybe since we're on that topic, I discussed with Pete today that when we do roads, right?
Yeah, we discussed that, or that was, moving forward, we were going to look into changing, upgrading the lights that have not been changed as we do a road. That way, in the estimate, we know that road is finished, because when I talked to Ms. Zealy at CI, that Pennsylvania has made everybody in the state of Pennsylvania, they have to have LED lighting. So she said it's just a matter of time before Ohio ends up where it's mandatory that you have LED lighting. So it was, the mayor's and I conversation was, as we do a road now, if it's feasible to go ahead and change whatever lighting hasn't been changed. Because right now we have some roads that have, every other light is LED. So, I mean, we can, as we go down a road, it's just an idea when we talk about road construction.
Any further questions or comments for the service director? Councilman Jaworski.
Ron, when will Kimball, have they already stopped picking up the yard waste?
December 15th. This is their last day for pickup, so.
Okay.
Until March?
What's that?
Until March?
Yes, until March 1st, yeah. December 15th till March 1st.
Any other questions or comments for the service director? Thank you, Ron. Building Commissioner Sack.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. I just have one thing for council in case you get a call. Next to the pond, they demoed that house. They're building a new home there. And in case you get any calls, that's why it's demoed. And the new home will start right after they get it cleaned out. And that's all I have.
Any questions or comments for the building commissioner?
Where is it?
Councilwoman
Right
Cassidy.
next to the pond.
On Ridge?
Yeah.
Oh, over here.
Okay.
I'm thinking the other pond.
Oh, okay.
Colby Park.
Okay.
Any other, Councilman Gerhardstein?
So Ray, you and I talked, you said there was a demo permit in the works for taking down the block building on
Shred
Warden
block,
Road.
yes,
Is
that's
there a
right.
timeline on that?
No, they have not brought the permits to my department now. They're just starting to do the paperwork.
But their plans are to take that down?
Correct.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments for the building commissioner? Thank you, Ray. Recreation Director, stop.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. Rec Department's busy with our Holiday Helping Hand program right now. When it's all said and done, we're probably going to help about 46 families, and that translates to about 120 kids. We identify the needy families with the schools, so it's nice that Lubrizol is still a big contributor, True Line's a big contributor, and we get help from City Club and Knights of Columbus, and it's encouraging to be able to help some people over the holiday season. And new this year, Big Beat Coffee. Go to Big Beat tomorrow. They're going to donate $1 from all of their coffee purchases tomorrow to the Holiday Helping Hand program for us. So it's another reason to go get some coffee. That's it.
Any questions or comments for the Recreation Director? Councilman Gerhardstein.
Sorry to bother you with this. When was Winterfest this year? What date?
It is January 13th,
Thank you.
2024.
Any further questions or comments for the Recreation Director? Thank you, Tim. I will now open the floor for audience participation. If anyone would like to address Wickliffe City Council, please stand, state your name and address for the clerk's record. Since these meetings are being recorded, she has a microphone that can be used. Each person will have a 5-minute max amount of time. Would anyone like to address Wickliffe City Council? Would anyone like to address Wickliffe City Council? If not, I'll mark audience participation closed. Seeing no old business, move to new business. New business A, 2024 organizational meeting. Just want to announce that we're going to hold the organizational meeting for 2024 on Tuesday, January 2nd at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. Councilwoman Cassidy?
May I add?
What?
Or no, we're not there yet. Yes.
Oh, you know what? I skipped the committee reports. Sorry, committee reports. Someone go back there. Go back to committee reports.
All right, thank you. I would like to add a safety committee meeting for January 15th to discuss capital for both police and fire.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Okay. I'm going to announce a committee of the whole meeting to follow on the topic of burying utility lines in new developments. That was the burying utility lines in new development, committee of the whole, January 15th to follow.
Thank you.
Councilman Hartstein.
I'd like to add a legislation on welfare committee meeting to discuss the assessment for general yard cleanup. To follow, committee of the whole, please.
Any other, Councilman Bella?
And let's add to it, parks and improvements, or,
Recreation Commission recommendations?
yes.
Any other committee reports? Commission reports. Councilman Jaworski.
Thank you. Planning Commission met this past Wednesday, and the Planning Commission voted to approve, and we recommend changes to the zoning. That will be a letter forthcoming for you guys for not only just for Euclid Avenue, but it will include an overlay district and also includes architectural review board changes as well. Chairman McGraw should be hopefully writing a letter, submitting that to council, and then would strongly suggest that council meet on that early in this calendar year. We do expect these schools to be coming back to Planning Commission on our first meeting, or the first Thursday in January, to continue to go through the process of rezoning. They were tabled the last time, and they've come back with some recommendation, or they've come back to us with some changes.
Okay. Any other commission reports? Okay, back to new business. Again, the organizational meeting for 2024 will be Tuesday, January 2nd at 7 p.m. in council chambers. New business B, liquor license application for Mill Mel Inc. at 30300 Euclid Avenue, Wickliffe, Ohio 44092. If the council person has any objections, please let the council clerk know. We'll move on to ordinances.
Ordinance number 2023-62. This is the second reading. An ordinance providing temporary appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Wickliffe, Ohio for the period beginning January 1st, 2024 and ending March 31st, 2024. Ordinance number 2023-63. An ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Wickliffe, Ohio to enter into a participation agreement with Medical Mutual of Ohio for the provision of a health reimbursement arrangement for certain employees of the city and declaring an emergency.
Suspension.
Second.
Moved by Council President Levon, second by Councilman Thielman to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 2023-63 on third and final reading. Discussion? Councilman Gerritsen.
Who's this covering? When it says certain employees?
Everybody.
Oh.
All the employees who have health insurance. That's the agreement that we agreed to before with the HRA part of it that covers a portion of the deductibles. This is just and Medical Mutual will still be handling it all through the same thing, and it's part of the same price structure and everything. But this is the mechanism to take care of the agreements that we had before.
Okay.
Any further discussion on the suspension? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Thielman.
Yes. Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Thielman, second by Councilman Bella to adopt ordinance 2023-63 as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Thielman.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Ordinance number 2023-64, an ordinance amending Chapter 935 sewer regulations and rates of the codified ordinances of the city of Wickliffe, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Suspension.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Thielman, to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 2023-64 on third and final reading. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Thielman.
Yes.
Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Bala, to adopt ordinance 2023-64 as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Thielman.
Yes.
Ordinance passes.
Ordinance number 2023-65, an ordinance levying an assessment for unpaid bills and costs of cutting noxious or poisonous weeds, vines, tree limbs, or grasses growing upon parcels of land in the city of Wickliffe, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Suspension.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Bala, to suspend the rules of council and place ordinance 2023-65 on third and final reading. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Thielman.
Yes.
Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Bala, to adopt ordinance 2023-65 as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Thielman.
Yes.
Ordinance passes. Resolutions.
Resolution number 2023-15 amended, a resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor and declaring an emergency.
Suspension.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Bala, to suspend the rules of council and place resolution 2023-15 amended on third and final reading. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Thielman.
Yes. Adoption.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Thielman, seconded by Councilman Gerhardstein, to adopt resolution 2023-15 amended as presented. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Thielman.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Other legislation? Miscellaneous? Entertain a motion to move an executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Gerhardstein, seconded by Councilman Jaworski, to move into executive session to discuss the appointment, employment, or compensation of a public employee or official. Discussion? Sandy, please call the roll.
Ballard.
Yes.
Gerhardstein.
Yes.
Jaworski.
Yes.
Kowski.
Yes.
Levon.
Yes.
Thielman.
Yes.
Okay, we'll take a 5-minute break.
We were.